washing the beef with clean water, I seasoned it with salt, thyme, and of course I used the cube. You can use seasoning cube of your choice. And then I added curry powder, which is really important, you know, because it adds extra color to this coconut rice. And then I added ginger and garlic mix and also the powder, which is also optional, not really compulsory. I added onion, which is really important. After adding onion, I prepped the other veggies I'll be using for this coconut rice, which is the bell peppers, the three different colored bell pepper, the green, yellow, and red bell pepper, and of course I'll be using this coconut milk and the fresh tomato also I showed earlier. And then I used two different type of onion, the white onion and the purple onion. And yeah, I'll be using just 3 cups of rice for this coconut. This is a full cup actually, so it depends the cup you are using. So I just cooked the beef till it's tender, and after parboiling the rice, I added the stock into the rice. That is the water from the meat I cooked earlier. I added it into the rice because I just parboiled the rice and it's still hard. I wanted it to be like that before cooking further. And I'll be using this coconut milk. This is already made coconut milk I bought from the store. You can actually do yours from the scratch. And then I added 1 cube to the rice, and then a few drops of salt, and added curry powder to the rice, of course. And then I added the fresh Scotch bonnet pepper I cut earlier. I was using just 1 Scotch bonnet pepper. You can actually use more if you like your rice spicy and really hot. Then I added crayfish, just 1.5 tablespoons of crayfish. This crayfish added extra flavor to this coconut rice, but still did not overshadow the real taste of the coconut in the rice. So at this point, I added the coconut milk into the pot. After a few minutes, I added it. As you can see, the pot was already boiling while I added the coconut milk. And the coconut milk I added was a little bit closer together and kind of cold because I preserved it in the fridge. So don't just mind the look at all. So I just tried as I can to mix it thoroughly to make sure everything melts and dilutes into the pot and blend with the mixture. Yeah, so guys, at this stage I cover the pot and allow this rice to cook till it's tender. You know, this rice is basmati rice. You can use any rice of your choice. After a while, this rice is well cooked. As you can see, it's already cooked and is dried. The water, everything, the coconut milk, everything is just already inside. So it's time for the final step, of course, which is the veggies I prepped earlier. I just placed my hot pan on fire and I added the oil, and after that I added onion to the pan and I mixed thoroughly. Then added the beef. This is the cooked beef. The beef I cooked earlier, added it at this stage and I mixed thoroughly. It's just like me stir frying and at the same time making sure everything is in order. And don't ever allow anything burn in this process. You can add any extra seasoning if you want to, which is not compulsory, because the aroma at this stage, if you have ever fried onion together with beef before, you should know the aroma is just something else. It's so yummy, and oh my god, by this time every part of the house was booming with flavor and all those aroma. So just mix thoroughly, and as you can see, my rice was still on low heat, but I just checked to see if everything is now settled. As you can see, it didn't burn. Looking at the pot, I mean, the down is still fresh, it didn't burn. That is the reason I use this non-stick pan to cook this rice, because I didn't want any part of it to get burnt. This is not part of jollof that you should allow to burn. So I just turned off the heat. I turned off the heat from the rice and made sure I continued frying the beef and the onion. And after that, I added the veggies, the red, yellow, and green bell pepper I cut earlier, and the 3 fresh tomato I also sliced. I added everything inside the pan at this stage and I stir fried or mixed thoroughly just to make sure everything blends. And of course, I added extra veggies afterwards because I love using baked beans to cook anything at all. So I added baked beans and fresh corn and every other veggies I added to the mixture and fried for a few minutes. As you can see, it's now soft. And I added everything into the pot. I mean the rice, of course. I added everything into the rice, the coconut rice that is already done and ready. I added this mixture of veggies, this fried veggies into the pot, and I stirred thoroughly, making sure everything mixed together because I wanted everything to really blend well. I don't want to see rice in some part and veggies in some part. So at this step, you can actually use your two hands and mix thoroughly, making sure the wooden spoon is helping you. So after mixing everything, I just had to stir fry gently, because at this stage the pot is dry and everything is still on fire and the heat is hot, so it's just best to stir fry carefully. And of course the aroma was so much, like the aroma was just too much, something I can't even explain. So when you try this out, you understand what I'm saying. The coconut actually add a lot of flavor and makes everything different. This coconut rice tastes so different. This one is just something I can't explain. It was so delicious, and I kept stir frying and mixing thoroughly, gradually, and making sure everything blends. As you can see, the beef, everything in this pot is cooked. The beef, the veggies, the rice, everything. And when you eat it, you can taste the coconut flavor in the rice. It's just like as if you're eating coconut, but this is a rice. It was so yummy and delicious. So I just kept stir frying, because I don't want anything to get sour, or because this rice, as you can see, it's much, and I really have to stir fry. If yours is not as much as this, you can just stir fry for just a few minutes and it will be ready. But I had to stir fry this one for a couple of minutes and it was ready eventually. I just dished it out, and as you can see, the rice is just done. It's not too cooked, it's just there, it's just as it should be. Everything was just so normal. The veggies, you can see the veggies in the rice, it's not too much. The veggies is not too much. The goal is just to make sure the coconut flavor is the major taste in this rice. So when you're adding anything, make sure you don't add too much. Everything should be in order and accurate, so the coconuts will be the highlight of the dish. As usual, this is coconut rice, so the coconut flavor was oh my god, it was just so yummy. I'm just trying to explain to you guys, but I still can't really explain because it was so good. When I mean good, as you can see, the rice is so yummy and cooked. The reason I actually do these steps I showed is because it makes the rice cook well, and you won't have to be eating half cooked rice or something. This rice is well cooked and soft. Everything is just normal and it's not overcooked. As you can see, if you take a look at the plate, you can see that everything was mixed thoroughly. The veggies and the beef, any part of this rice you scoop, you are scooping it with the beef or veggies, everything. So you can just enjoy this with fried plantain or fried turkey or chicken, anything of your choice. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you always. Bye.